Hey, there you are. I can see you, not really, but you can see me. That is awesome. Thanks for joining me today. I appreciate it, and I hope you'll get a lot of use out of this. Today, I'll be talking about the 20 top social media platforms specifically geared for new, kind of new, and wannabe network marketers. This is appropriate for audiences that are either network marketing, affiliate marketing, click marketing, or generally digital marketing professionals. I'm Vinnie Martinelli, and you're probably not, but that's okay. Because if you were, you'd be me and I'd be you, and we'd be like twins or split personalities or something like that. If you want to be on my list to get a whole bunch of great updates and a bunch of really great stuff, you want to just scan that thing right there with your cell phone and you'll get right on my list. If you're a little bit more into health and wellness, you can also scan that one right there and you'll get on that list. So, getting right to it, I've looked at a whole bunch of social media platforms in the mindset of what it's going to do for me as a network marketer. And particularly, again, this is going to be for people who are new or pretty new. So one of the ones that I looked at is Tumblr. So it's got its creative and niche audience, and it's kind of popular. User engagement is kind of dwindling a little bit compared to other platforms. So I'm not going to suggest that as your top platform. Truth Social, that's really more for political content. So I'm going to move on past that. Threads, kind of new, hasn't taken off. We're not sure what's going on with Threads and Instagram. I'm going to pass. Opportunity, it's really more for professional networking as opposed to network marketing. I'm going to pass. Multi-level, it's MLM Gateway. So that's specifically for multi-level marketing professionals. So that's a place where people already have an interest in multi-level marketing. So that's a really great thing, right? Because that's sort of a captured audience. On the other side, they're already, in most cases, in many cases at least, doing some form of multi-level marketing, or maybe it's network marketing or affiliate marketing, one of those typically. So now you're a little fish in a big sea. Maybe it's not the best for you. Then there's Mastodon. So it's decentralized and it's fragmented. And that could be a good thing or a bad thing, just not really poised for our purposes. So I'm going to pass on that one. Be Connected is relatively new. It's really for professional networking and maybe for specifically smaller businesses, small business owners, self-employed entrepreneurs, office of one, so to speak. I'm going to pass on that. Alignable is primarily focused on small businesses. So maybe you own a cleaning company or a plumbing company, electrical company, or landscaping company. That's going to be more for you. This really isn't designed for us as network marketing professionals, affiliate marketing professionals, and the rest. So those are all kind of out. The next one to talk about is going to be Quora. No, out. I don't recommend that. Telegram, out. Not recommending that. WhatsApp, out. Not recommending that. Reddit, out. Not recommending that. All of those really don't have much of an upside, if any. And the downside is individual to each of the platforms, but there's more downside than upside. Let's put it that way. Snapchat, it's great for engaging with younger demographics. So if you have a product or service that is beneficial mostly to that demographic, you might want to consider this one a little bit more than if your product was more or service was more generalized. You can have creative content through filters and lenses, and you have direct interaction with your followers. So those are all good things. You have a limited audience reach. Again, that platform really just attracts that younger audience. Content is ephemeral. So for me, that's the biggest downside. And this is really less suitable for business content than some of the other platforms. So I'm not going to recommend that as your top choice. Pinterest has a high intent user base. It's really for shopping and discovering new places and new things and so forth. And it has a long content lifespan, and it's great for the visual and niche markets. Those are all good things. It does require high quality visual content that might be not a good thing for you. It's less suitable for real-time engagement, and you're limited to certain market segments. So maybe those things make it so that Pinterest isn't really your best choice. So I'm going to move on. And then there's X Social, which somebody likes to have it called X. It's the former Twitter. I call it X Social. It has real-time engagement updates. They do a wonderful job with their hashtags, so that makes it easier for your content to be discovered. And it's good for networking and customer interaction. The downside, limited content format. So you have character restrictions. It's really fast-paced, and the audience is generally made up of people with short attention spans. And this platform, probably more than most of the rest, does require a higher frequency of posting. So you need to be more active on that. Maybe that's not your best choice. So TikTok is still rapidly growing. There's high engagement on TikTok. You're more likely to go viral on TikTok than any other platform, in my observation. And this is great for people who are very creative, and probably the only platform where it's really geared for the informal. Maybe the second to that might be Facebook. The downside is that there's only short form content, and it might not be suitable for your products. Also, the A word, that algorithm could really mess you up. It's unpredictable. And also, this has sort of a younger audience demographic. Maybe that's not making it the most suitable for you. Then there's YouTube. So YouTube is great for long-term content. It's great for detailed product and service explanations. It's integrated with Google, which takes advantage of all of your SEO benefits. So any work you've done towards search engine optimization will have a better value here than on most of the other platforms. And this platform has potential for passive income through ad revenues. Also, sort of on the downside now, you have a higher production cost and higher production effort, and it requires consistent content creation. And again, the A word, that algorithm could really mess you up. So that's another consideration there. LinkedIn now, the upside to that, it's really designed for business to business. That's how it started, and it's excellent for professional relationships. And you have high organic reach for your content. The downside is the ads can be very expensive. The content needs to be more professional and niche focused, and there's a slower growth on that platform than on some of the other platforms. Instagram is great for visuals. So if you're really good at creating visual content, this could be great for showcasing your wares. It has high engagement rates compared to the rest of the platforms. It features stories and reels, so that's great for creative content. The downside, again, we have that A word, that algorithm be a little bit unpredictable, and that might not be a good thing for you. This platform does require consistent, high quality visuals, and you're limited to hyperlinking. So that could be a downside for a lot of people. And then there's Facebook. So Facebook has a massive user base for a broader reach of your products and services. It does have probably the most advanced ad targeting options for you. And Facebook is really great at groups and pages. So for community building, this is really a great platform. The downside is that organic reach is declining a bit. The advertising costs can be very high, and there's increasing competition. There's a lot of competition already, and that's increasing. My recommendation here would be to limit or to have you prioritize the four that we recently mentioned. So YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook. Technically, Facebook may be your biggest bang for your buck, followed by Instagram, followed by LinkedIn, followed by YouTube. Another consideration for you is if you are trying to attract that younger market, then you might want to move Instagram up a bit in that lineup. If you're more professional, business oriented, then you might want to move LinkedIn up a bit in that list. If you're really great at videos, I'm going to suggest that you first concentrate on YouTube, make some tweaks, then concentrate on Instagram, and then either Facebook or LinkedIn, depending on the product or service or your personal preference. Or if you're business versus friendly, then it would be LinkedIn versus Facebook. So in that case, though, YouTube and Instagram would be the two that I would concentrate on based on that. If you're really confident that the US government is going to resolve the issue with TikTok, you may want to move TikTok up a bit also, particularly if you're looking for that high energy, younger audience, and they're more quick paced in what they want to see. So you might want to move that up if that's what you do. If you're doing short-term content, if you're doing long-term content, or if your product or service is better suited for that, maybe you don't want to move that up. That's something that, again, depends on what you're offering. The next one that I might add to the list would be Twitter. That's if you really need that real-time engagement, if you're really good at hashtags and you found success using hashtags, and if you are interacting directly with your clients or customers, then you might want to move Twitter up in that list as well. So those would be the top 6. I would suggest really concentrate on no more than 3 until you're really good and really super successful at those 3, then maybe add a 4th. Those are my recommendations. Once again, going back to the MLM Gateway, if you are really great at selling your products or services to people who already have products and services that they're selling, then you might want to move that way up in the list, because that's a great place, a great home for people like us who are into either network marketing, affiliate marketing, or pretty much any kind of digital marketing. So it's sort of a captured audience. If that's what you're really good at, you might want to move that one up. And that has a free version and a paid version. So if you're really good at that, though, you probably want the paid version. You'll probably get the most bang for your buck, I should say, with the paid version. So officially, the list, believe it or not, surprised me when I took a look at these things and look at all the numbers and so forth. Facebook would be first, Instagram second, LinkedIn third, YouTube fourth, and then end there. That's 4. That's plenty. And then customize it toward what you're doing, what you need, what you're good at. Again, if videos is your thing, you've got to really move YouTube up, follow that by Instagram, and then maybe third on that list might be Twitter, and maybe LinkedIn or Facebook after that. Again, start with the 3. Start with 1, right? Be really good at 1. Be consistent at 1. Get results at 1. Do that. Start with 1. And then migrate a little bit into others without forsaking the 1. And then maybe to the 3rd platform. When you're really successful at that, and you've got everything under control, and or have a virtual assistant or a real assistant who's sitting right next to you, then add them sooner. Those are my recommendations for you today. I've really looked at these, and from as much as I can be a thoughtful network marketer, affiliate marketing, I do both, and not so much with the multi-level marketing, and not so much with the digital marketing, and just dabbling a little bit in some of the other types of marketing. That's what I had for you today. It would be so cool if you would just hit that bell. So follow me, like this, give me that thumbs up. You click on that thumb up in the air, not the other one, the one with the thumbs up. Yeah, click on that one. Comment, share, tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like. get the word out. Hopefully you'll be able to tell me more of what you want, and I'll be able to give you more of what you want as well. I appreciate you being here today. It's been awesome. You guys have a great day. All right, take care now.